Hi guys, welcome to Blue Moon Rising TV. It's Manchester City versus Borussia Monchengladbach. It's the Champions League. How far will Manchester City get this season? Last season we got to the semi-finals and I think we could have made it to the final if we'd just given it a bit more against Real Madrid. But now we've got Pep Guardiola. It's one of the reasons that he's been brought in. And this is it. It's all starting tonight. How far will we go? We're here to react to the team news. What has Pep Guardiola decided to go with for his first proper game? We managed to brush aside Steaua Bucharest. We've beaten United so emphatically. Has he changed things up? Has he kept things more or less the same? I'm going to run through the team news now. Make sure you get your comments in as well below. In a few minutes, I'll go to the comments and I'll interact a little bit with what you're saying. So, the team is Claudio Bravo in net. Now, he didn't have the best of starts the other day. He was very good with the ball at his feet, but when he was put under pressure, when the ball came at him in the air, when United started playing some long balls, he really started messing things up a little bit. So I think that is just the nerves of starting. It was his debut against United. I think he's going to settle into things, and we're going to see why he was Barcelona's first choice keeper and why they didn't want to get rid of him. We really need to stick behind Claudio Bravo, guys. It's no point in getting on his back too early. Criticise him a bit, yeah, obviously, if he deserves it, but let's not get on his back. We really need to support him and show that we're behind him, and he is a blue now. Next is Pablo Zabaleta. Great to see him in the side, a player we thought might not even be here this season. This is interesting because United, I thought he was going to keep the team more or less the same for this one, because why, if it's not broke, why fix it? But I think he's got to get that balance of keeping things fresh, freshening things up a little bit, not making all our first choice players too tired too early on, because every player did give it their all in that game against United, which was absolutely amazing. Everyone was absolutely knackered by the end. Next is Otamendi and Stones at centre-back. Great, absolutely fantastic. Otamendi, brilliant, proving all the doubters wrong. Stones keeps being great game after game. Kolarov, fine, absolutely happy to see him there. Either him or Clichy would be great. Fernandinho in the middle, absolute bossing in midfield last against United. Left the pitch with Paul Pogba in his pocket, 89 million quid in his pocket. De Bruyne and Silva. Now, I was wondering whether we'd see De Bruyne and Silva in this game, because De Bruyne was left upfield at the end of that game on his own. He was sprinting after the ball, chasing the goalkeeper down, absolutely giving it everything. But he's obviously proven that he's still fit, he's still ready to go, and he can play in this game tonight. Silva absolutely bossed it as well. Now, here's what has changed a little bit for me, what I thought might have been a little bit different. I was expecting perhaps Leroy Sané to make his full debut tonight. However, he's not, and we're going to have Sterling. Is Sterling playing probably on the left? Navas, Jesus Navas, a player that we thought again might be gone. He's playing on the right, and Sergio Aguero up top. Now, obviously, Sergio Aguero, he can't play in the Premier League. He's got 2 more games which he can't play, so he can play in Europe, and obviously Pep Guardiola is going to go with that. What do we make of that team? Is this team strong enough to beat Borussia Monchengladbach and get a really important 3 points at the start of our Champions League campaign? Now, Borussia Monchengladbach, they're not an easy team to beat. Last season we beat them twice. This isn't the first time we've played them, but it wasn't as easy as it might sound. I was there in Germany. Sergio Aguero needed a last-minute penalty to take those 3 points, but we got it. We beat them twice, but it wasn't as easy as it sounds. Pep Guardiola's record against them as well is 1-2, drawn 2, lost 2. So it's not emphatic, it's not bad, but by no means is it a team that Pep has walked all over like he has with a lot of German teams that he basically bullied while he was at Bayern Munich. So don't expect this to be easy. Going through that team one more time for you. Let me know what you think. Claudio Bravo in net, Zabaleta right back, Otamendi and Stones centre back, Kolarov left back, Fernandinho central midfield, De Bruyne, Silva ahead of him, Sterling, Navas and Aguero. I'm going to go into your comments in a second now, and we'll see what you are making of it. Who do you think is going to get the first goal? What is the score going to be? Let me know and I will react. People are saying that Sterling is going to be the first goal scorer. Yeah, I think he's played really, really fantastic so far. He's always been great in Europe for us. Even last season when he was pretty shaky in the league, he was still really, really good. He had absolutely no problems in Europe. I remember Seville last season, and against these, he was really good. So he loves a game against Borussia Monchengladbach. People were expecting Gundogan to start. He's in the team. He's in the squad, I think. But he's not made the starting 11. perhaps this is too big a game to risk playing somebody for their first game like we did with Bravo in the derby, and he's deciding to play it safe. I'm just reading your comments here. I'm not just playing with my phone. Someone's asking, what is the reason behind Navas? It's a good question. Navas, his work rate is fantastic. We know that. So he's going to absolutely run and run and run. And maybe if we're a bit tired from the United game, which only a few days ago, maybe Navas is going to be able to provide that high energy that we probably need. What else? Someone's saying an Aguero triple hat-trick. Yeah, that could be all right. He scored 5 in one game last season, didn't he? So it could happen. Sané, is Sané going to play? I think we're probably going to see Sané coming off the bench again. He looked really sharp, didn't he, when he came on? He was absolutely causing all sorts of problems. And if he's playing on the same wing that Navas is on, you can expect Navas to really tire their left back out, and then Leroy Sané to come on and absolutely give them a nightmare to have to go with. Let me know what your score predictions are going to be. Someone's saying, Cody is saying, not sure why you wouldn't play our 2 players from the German league against the German club. It's a good point. They're the sort of players that you think might have an idea of how to set up and how to play, and they'll be able to work them out. But remember, Sterling last season was great against these. De Bruyne was as well. Aguero, obviously, is going to be fantastic. Will Nolito come on? It's hard to say, isn't it? There's so much talent available to us there. So it's hard to say who's going to come on, who will make it. But Nolito's been fantastic. Remember, again, maybe at the weekend we see this as a game where we can play a slightly weakened team at the weekend against Bournemouth. Maybe Guardiola's thinking someone like Gundogan and Sané can make their first starts there. Let's have a look. Thought he might have rested Kolarov. He seems to really like Kolarov, doesn't he? So what Pep Guardiola, he has his favourites, and Kolarov, we don't even know how this happened because it looks like he was so far gone last season. But Kolarov is one of Pep Guardiola's favourites. We knew he was going to surprise us. He's done it. Usman Ali is saying perfect team. Nolito is a tactical change. Yeah, I think, imagine bringing on Leroy Sané and Nolito. That will absolutely, they're the last people you want to see at 60 minutes, 70 minutes, isn't it? When you've got tired legs. Yeah, hopefully we'll see him in the second half. Let me know what you think. Are you worried? Do you think Pep Guardiola will improve his record? Will he keep his 100% record for Manchester City so far? He said in his press conference today, by the way, I don't know if any of you saw it or heard any of it, but he said that we should not expect to win the league, and we're not going to win the Champions League this season. Make what you will of that. I think it's Pep Guardiola deflecting a little bit of attention because now everybody's saying and building us up because we're doing so well. I think he just wants to take a little bit of that pressure off, doesn't he? So what do you think? Do you think we can win the Premier League for a start? I do. And do you think we can win the Champions League? Maybe that's a bit too much to ask, but I'd like to see us do a good run. I think we'll make it out of the group. The one good thing about having Barcelona in our group is we can't play them in the knockout stage. So let's get to the knockout stage and see what happens. Let's see. Silva should have been rested. Maybe. I think De Bruyne and Silva really gave it everything, didn't they? But if he says that he's happy to play, then he's happy to play. Stones man of the match, 2-0 City. These are all comments which I agree with. Who knows? I just want to see a great game. I think they're going to give it their all. Pep Guardiola is here to take us and progress us in the Champions League. Anyway, guys, we'll be doing fan cams after the game, assuming the rain doesn't cancel the game. It's pretty biblical out there in Manchester, but anyway, that's good footballing weather anyway, isn't it? Guys, keep getting in the comments. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, get us on Snapchat. Make sure you follow us for the fan cams after the game, and we will see you for the fan cams afterwards. See you in a bit. Come on, City.